Mario Kart World is a very different Mario Kart game. It is both better and worse depending on what expectations you might have for it. I simply want to list my positives and negatives about this game, then discuss my impressions and the state of the Switch too. A Nintendo game running at 4K with high dynamic range lighting at a smooth 60 frames a second is a very, very weird, yet enjoyable experience. I constantly got lost staring at certain objects in the game, like how the wheels on the cart have these ridges in them, or this throwaway stock Luigi art has so much design and thought put into its lighting and placement and so on. This is one of the few games where I lost track of time, from my jaw constantly dropping due to how much polish was in this game. It's something no YouTube video can convey. Only a Switch 2 plugged into a 4K display with the right settings can do it justice. This is the least angry I've ever been in a Mario Kart game. The road hazards are much more easily avoided, making them more of an oops whenever you hit them versus an oh come on. When you do get hit by an item, you don't slow down nearly as much as you did in the other games. It only takes a few seconds to get back to where you were. On the opposite end, hitting your opponent slows them down enough for you to pass them, making it a satisfying feeling whenever it connects. This makes timing your attacks like right before the end of a race the best thing versus just landing your attacks. The game also gives good items. Like, if you're in first, you actually get green shells and bananas to block attacks from behind, as well as horns that break blue shells, and feathers that can do a myriad of things. It certainly rewards you for using items more often, and not holding on to the one good one for laps on end. There is less time waiting in World than any other Mario Kart game. It makes the vehicle selection process much faster and shortens the time between tracks significantly. This game does everything it can to get you behind the wheel as fast as it can, and it's appreciated. Mario Kart World is not devoid of its fair share of criticisms. The world is massive but empty. This isn't a Zelda with a surprise around every corner. It's a drive around free roam and hope you find something interesting. Because the racer count was extended from 8 to 24, the racing maps are much wider and longer to accommodate, making it easier to avoid course obstacles than ever before. This, paired with the cups exploring multiple tracks of the same theme, made several courses blend in for me, and really only one or two of its 32 courses stood out. To be fair, this works better in online multiplayer, where most everyone is in one wide clump of racers constantly changing positions. However, it does kind of kill the single player or local multiplayer experience, as the computer racers are much more in a line than a clump. Previous Mario Karts had tight-knit tracks with surprises around every corner that begged to be optimized via time trials, where I have no desire to do time trials in World, which is a Mario Kart first for me. The $80 price tag is completely unforgivable in my eyes, and I think the pack-in discount price making it $50 is more fair. Not to say games couldn't use more variety in their prices, as more expensive prices could lead to more expansive games. Mario Kart is just not expansive in my eyes, and is more of a tech demo for the Switch 2 than anything else. I beat all the tracks in under 3 hours, and that was with me messing around in its world quite a bit. Its draw is that it's a journey, a trip that you never want to leave from, and you'll return to it again and again. I want to set this cow on this hill for this last part. It is so much to take in and so much to enjoy that even if there's not a lot to do outside of its courses, it's something that you just don't want to leave. It's a really hard experience to put into words, and it's one of the reasons I brought you up on this hill. Getting lost in a moment just like this one, you can plant yourself anywhere in this world and just look around and feel completely involved in it. That's the reason why the courses blend together. That's the reason why it's so similar. It's because you're meant to just zone out. You're supposed to just enjoy the experience. Use your items. Just do and have fun. Seeing Nintendo at this quality is something I'm still not used to, but it is something that's enjoyable, and it is something that is very, very different. If you ever get the pleasure of playing Mario Kart World, I hope you take a moment to enjoy its calmness.